Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over a very integral aspect of price action, and that is candlestick pattern. If you stay till the very end of this video, not only am I going to be showing you the only candlestick pattern I have focused on looking out for the last 5 years of my trading journey, I'm also going to show you when and how to use this to your advantage. So let's get right into it then. If indeed you really want to make price action less complicated for yourself, then you can as well join me, master and focus on identifying a very candlestick pattern, which I am always watching to be present when I'm looking to get in on trades. And these are the momentum, also called the engulfing candlesticks, and the rejection candlesticks. Well, I know there's quite a number of candlestick patterns out there. And I also know how complicated it can get sometimes having to learn every one of the candlestick patterns and identifying them on the charts, therefore making price action a bit cumbersome. But I will tell you this for free, guys. Every one of the other candlestick patterns you will see out there are a combination of one or both of these two candlestick patterns I just mentioned. The momentum, also called the engulfing candlesticks, and the rejection candlesticks. Or for those of you watching this video who are still new to trading or not very familiar with your candlesticks, I would strongly advise you pause the video right about now and read through this document, whose downloadable link I will drop somewhere in the description below. And then afterwards, come back to the video to help you better identify these candlesticks me on the charts while I explain how I make use of them. So if you take the time to actually go through this document, you'd get to see clearly how to identify what's the candlestick pattern I'm referring to, the engulfing or the momentum candlesticks, and then the anatomy of this candlestick, as well as the rejection candlesticks. So yeah, going further, this tells me you're already familiar with the momentum and the rejection candlesticks because you took my advice and read through the document I attached to this video. Now, here is how I use these candlesticks. Firstly, you will need to have identified what your areas of potential trade opportunities, its key levels, previously broken support, on-in resistances, and vice versa. And after identifying these levels, then you wait for a retest of the levels. And at the retest is where you want to identify what this very candlestick pattern I mentioned, the engulfing or the momentum candlesticks, and then what the rejection candlesticks. And what these candlestick patterns becomes your entry confirmation to get in on the trade. As you can see from the volatility 51S index chart here in my screen, I have clearly identified various key levels while marking out what quite a number of scenarios with perfect trade setups using the momentum and rejection candlesticks as my entry confirmation. Starting out from this level, you can clearly see what Price came into what this key level. What did you get to see? You get to see what? The bearish engulfing from the level, which is what? My confirmation or my entry signal to what? To go short from the level. Yeah, the bearish engulfing is the confirmation or the entry signal to go short. Clearly from this level, what? We had a break of this key level, and then we had a retest. Because we're below the key level, this becomes what? A resistance, because clearly the candlesticks are below the level. So we're testing the level, we're expecting the level what? To hold up price from what? Getting past. And then what do we get to see? We get to see what? Rejection candlesticks, bearish engulfing. Which is what? My entry confirmation to what? To go short from the level. So you could have had that entry confirmation from this. Stop loss is just above. Then you take profit targets. Anyways, from my 1 to 2. Yeah. Even though we had a second retest of the level, even as a kind of double top, clearly had what? Rejections. Then what? The second bearish engulfing candlestick. So you'd have gone in what? On any one of what? The bearish engulfing. Yeah. Gotten in from the first bearish engulfing and the stop loss just above. So price came a little bit shy of the stop loss. But we quickly what? Respected the level, heading back to the downside. So you still would have been able to what? Get in from the second bearish engulfing as your what? Entry confirmation. With the stop loss just above. That's a second example. Clearly, right about this level, what did we get to see? What a key level here. Firstly, price came into the level, and then what did you get to see? What? A nice what? Rejection candlestick from the level. Rejection, price gone. So at the close of the rejection candlestick is where what? I would have gotten the what? Entry confirmation or entry signal to what? To go long from this level. Then what? Came into this level right here. Since what the candlestick is below the level, expecting the level to act as what? A resistance. And then what do we get to see? The very exact opposite of what we had right here. While we had what? The rejection from the downside. Here we're having to see what? A nice rejection from the upside. Confirming that what? Sellers are rejecting what? Buyers from moving price past this level. So at the close of this rejection candlestick right here, would have had what? Entry confirmations to go what? Short from this level. Then we had what? Price tanked. We had price tanked after the formation of what the rejection candlestick. We came back a second time into the level, and then what? What did we get to see? A nice rejection candlestick from the level. The very exact opposite of this. So we have what? Buyers rejecting sellers from taking price what? Below this level. And then what? At the close of what? This rejection candlestick would be what? A perfect entry confirmation of signal to what? To go longs. And then what did you get to see? After we had this rejection candlestick, we had a nice what? Bullish engulfing candlestick. So here we had what? A combination of both what? The rejection and what? The momentum candlestick. You had waited for extra confirmation at the formation of what? The momentum candlestick after the close of the rejection. You waited for extra confirmation. That still would have given you what? A nice entry confirmation longs. And you had yourself what? A nice trade. As you can clearly see, price what? Immediately rallied away from the level after we had what? The engulfing. So this is a clear case example of what? Combination of both the rejection and then what? The momentum candlestick, also called the engulfing. Price gone. So right about this level, you can clearly see what are we having to see? We have price coming to this key level and then what? Rejection candlestick, rejection from the upside, telling us what? Sellers are very much dominant at this level, and then what? They are refusing the buyers from what? Taking price anyway past this level. So we had what? A nice rejection. And you can see how what? This is both a combination of a rejection and then what? And then engulfing. As it clearly what? Overshadows the previous bullish candlestick that came into the level. Also had what? Lot of rejection candlesticks. So you had yourself what? So many entry confirmations to go short from this level. And then we had ourselves another example here. So price rallied all the way to this key level. And then we had what? We had a nice what? Rejection candlestick from the level. So this is a combination of both what? A rejection candlestick. You can clearly see what? The long wick telling us what? The extent to which what? Sellers rejected buyers from getting price past this level. So having ourselves what? A combination of both what? The rejection as well as what? Engulfing. You can clearly see how this sell candlestick clearly overshadows the previous what? Buy candlestick. So we have what? Both a rejection and what? An engulfing or a momentum candlestick. And if you had gone in for shorts just at the close of that, you would have had yourself what? A nice sell trade on this. Right about here, what did you get to see? So we had what? We had this sell off from this key level, and it came right into what? This key level. And then what? We're having to see price what? Print us what? A bullish engulfing candlestick. So we're having to see price print course, a momentum candlestick. As you can see, after we had what? The momentum candlestick. At the close of the momentum candlestick, the next we had what? Price rallied all the way up, giving us a nice what? Confirmations for what? For long. I would have ended up what? Being a winning trade. So yeah, we had ourselves also what? A nice example here. What price what? Rallied into what? The ski level. And then what a nice what? Momentum candlestick, a bearish engulfing. You can see how what? The sell candlestick clearly overshadows what? The last three candlesticks that came right into the level, telling us that what? Sellers had already dominated the markets from the level. And since what? The candlestick is below the level, expecting the level to act as what? As a resistance. And then what? The bearish momentum candlestick is a confirmation what? To go short from the level, that indeed the level is what? Going to hold price from what's getting past. And if you had gone in on your shorts, that also would have been a winning trade. Yeah, we have ourselves a perfect example. So you can clearly see we had this level previously as a support. And now we had a break of the level with price, with the candlestick below the level. So a broken support becomes what? A new resistance. So we had a break and then a retest of the level. We're very much looking to sell from the level. And then as soon as price came into the level, what did we get to see? We get to see what? A momentum candlestick, a bearish momentum candlestick from the level, which is what our confirmation entry to go short. And then you would have had yourself what? A winning trade on these two also. Another example right here. So we broke above the level. We had what? The candlesticks clearly above the level. And then what? We had a retest of the level, expected to act as what is support. And then also we are now having to see what? A candlestick confirmation for longs, a bullish momentum candlestick. And at the close of that candlestick, we have had ourselves what? A nice entry confirmation for long. And this would have been what? The winning trade also. So at this level, we had a key level right here. Our price coming to this key level. And then what did we get to see? A bearish momentum candlestick from the level. This would have been what? An entry confirmation to go short. And also this would have been what? A winning trade. Because at the close of the bearish momentum candlestick, what did we get to see? Get to see our price tanked to the next key level right about here. And then what? We have ourselves perfect example here. So what is sell-off? Then we came right into this key level. Previously, the level was what? The resistance. And then what a break with price clearly above the level. And then what a retest, a broken resistance becomes what? A new support. And then what we're very much looking to buy from this level at the retest of this level. And not only that, we had what? A nice candlestick confirmation. We had ourselves a combination of both what? A rejection. You can see the nice weak rejection from the level, as well as what this very bullish engulfing candlestick overshadowing the previous candlestick. So we have a combination of both a rejection and then a momentum candlestick. So at the close of this, would have been a nice entry confirmation to go long, stop losses below. And then this also would have been a winning trade. So that's it, guys. You can pause this video and then start identifying these momentum and rejection candlesticks for every of the times they play out, and get to see that a greater percentage of the time, when once these candlesticks forms at what levels where you're looking towards getting on trades, it increases what the probabilities of the trade going as expected. So I will ship in this, guys. These candlestick patterns, the engulfing, also called the momentum candlesticks, as well as the rejection candlesticks, will form every and anywhere in your charts. But then the only time these candlestick patterns are important to you to what? When once they form at where? Areas of potential trade opportunities. When once they form at your areas of potential trade opportunities, that's the only time these candlesticks are important to you. When once they form at what? Your key levels, your previously broken supports turned new resistance, your previously broken resistance turned new supports. That is the best time to what? Make use of what? These candlestick patterns as what? Trade entry confirmations. Yeah, you can go over this video a couple number of times just to be able to get a grasp of how to make use of what? The momentum and the rejection candlestick patterns. So yeah, that's it, guys. Happy New Year to you all. If you want more videos like this, where I practically share all of the knowledge I've gathered over the past 5 years of my trading journey, then it's simple, guys. Subscribe to my channel right away. I mean, hit the subscribe button now and like this video. Also, more importantly, leave me a comment, as this helps me improve more on what I dish out to you. See you in the next video, guys.